What's up, Internet? Welcome to the Sport Folio show. My name is Mike Jones. Boys, introduce yourselves.
Got Anthony D'Alessio here. Good to be here. Co-founder with my boys, Dr. James Spencer.
You know, it's a pleasure to have you in here.
First time. Thanks for having me, guys. Really.
You've been in this room plenty of times helping us paint these walls and build these desks.
Yeah.
So it's a pleasure to have you in here, sitting at the desk, recording an episode.
Fruits of our labor.
It's the three amigos here, boys.
It feels good, right?
Cheers, America.
So cheers to a good week in sports. Cheers to the Miami Heat putting up a good fight.
Oof.
Not so good.
Well, I would say better than expected.
Less than stellar.
Yeah.
Suboptimal.
It wasn't a sweep?
No, but it should have been, just like Lomo said a couple weeks ago. It was David versus Goliath.
It really, really was.
Yeah.
The Lakers are pretty big, and the Miami Heat
So
the opposite of that.
and I think a fun fact, I don't know how many LeBron's won now, but he tied the record with Robert Horry for most championships with different teams. Interesting stat.
How poetic is that, too? Taking it from the Heat.
Correct.
Where he won most of his championships.
Correct.
Thanks for breaking my record, guys. Thanks for the help.
He did take his talents to South Beach.
Hey, man. But
We appreciated it as Floridians when it happened.
You ever
Always.
hear that story about taking their talent?
Like where that originated or what?
Yeah.
No.
So it was interesting. I guess there was a concert going on at the Heat venue that night, and the boys just went down and they had no idea this was going on. Chris Bosh was telling the story, and he said they were at the hotel and they finally got the call to come down, and all of a sudden he's like, "This is gonna be bigger than we anticipated." And next thing you know, he's like, it was like a full-blown concert happening just for our announcement. And he's like, but it was, one of the most fun nights of his life just hearing that story. So it's cool.
No, the Miami fans are hard to beat. I'll give them that. When they pack up airlines, American Airlines, it gets crazy.
And I love like the retro logo and jerseys when they bust those out.
Oh,
Definitely.
Like the midnight,
They have swag.
Oh,
They have the swag unparalleled.
I was bummed, though, that they didn't win it with the Mamba jerseys, the Lakers.
yeah.
So a little shout out to Kobe.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Kobe.
Yeah.
If it wasn't this beautiful desk,
I know, yeah. We would pour one out for sure. And so we're stoked that, a team from Florida made it. We're stoked that the superpower team, at least we got to see a couple more games. I think after this year that we've had in sports, we'll take any extra games that we can get.
Yes, sir.
Big time.
And congrats to them. Kudos.
Yep.
What do you guys want to talk about next?
We can move on to the CJ Cup.
Ooh, golfing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So instead of having that out in South Korea at Nine Bridges, they moved it to Shadow Creek. It's keeping it in Vegas 2 weeks in a row. Shriners Cup last week.
Shucks.
I know.
Loved it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were really bummed to find out that they had to stay in Vegas.
2 weeks in a row.
Really excruciating stuff.
Poor guys.
So too bad DJ tested positive for the COVID. He was, since they've changed the course, he was the lowest scorer on the course. So
DJ seems to test positive for a lot of things.
Funny
But,
how or hurt
But
back,
he keeps
or
coming
hurt back
back.
from time to time.
I got to give it to him. Just
Bless, dude.
just a straight gentleman, and keeps coming back and plays the game with class. So
Yeah. I like that.
You hate to see someone who's favored coming into an event either be hurt or not able to participate at all. So that does kind of suck.
right, you always want to win against the best.
Yeah.
Right. Who wants to win against the second string?
It's true.
No one.
But I'm sure the winner with that 1.75 purse, he probably will be glad.
He doesn't have to travel far to spend it.
Like
Yeah,
they
sure.
say, JV plays on Thursday nights, right?
Hmm.
Never under the lights.
You think he just walks down and puts it all on black?
Who wouldn't?
It was good to see. Hey, Brooks is making a little comeback on this tournament. So after having almost 2 months off, we'll see how he's. I think he's top 20 right now. So another hometown hero. So we'll see what he does.
Well, I'm actually the injury replacement. So they tapped me and said, if anyone gets hurt halfway through that, they'd fill me in.
Quick flight out west. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, that's understandable.
Sure.
Yeah, I wanted to talk a couple things about what the world's saying about our boy Bryson.
Please.
Right? I mean, nothing short of spectacular, right? I mean, a lot of people out there are saying this one guy who I have to tell the millions of Americans that are listening right now. His name's Matthew Fitzpatrick, okay? This guy, quote unquote, it's not a skill to hit the ball a long way.
Big Bomb Bryson? Are you kidding me? Look at that guy.
If hitting the ball that far, Happy Gilmore style, freak of human abilities far, okay? If that's not a skill, I have amounted to nothing in my life. And everybody likes to say the short game is so important. It is, right? But the reason why it's so exciting and it's so important to the layman is because they can go and do that, right? Any of us can go 90 yards, 100 yards in. I'm gonna hit a pin every now and then, right? You're not gonna hit the ball 400 yards, okay? They didn't like.
That's world long drive champions.
Give the So the long drive champions don't require school anyway either, too, right?
No.
Okay, Mr. Fitzpatrick.
I'm talking to you.
Match play, Mr. Fitzpatrick. Match play. Bryson DeChambeau versus Matthew Fitzpatrick. It's not a skill to hit the long ball. Challenge.
Hey, if we could get a pay-per-view deal going
here on the Sport Folio show.
Comments, comment everything. Call this man out. He needs to be addressed.
We'll have to place a couple of feeler phone calls in to see if we can get this pay-per-view sorted.
I can make that happen.
Yeah. I mean,
with our millions and millions of viewers on the Sport Folio show, like obviously they would have to listen to us,
right? And once again, this guy, the cloak of jealousy and insecurity, Mr. Fitzpatrick, goes well with no outfit. So just play the man and tell him he has no skill.
So it's hilarious because you can see the changing of guard where like this guy comes in and he's doing things a little differently, and he wasn't well received. I don't really wouldn't say it like that,
And it's funny. Spence said we can all agree his way of playing is not very sustainable. And coming from a man of your stature who knows how to keep athletes playing for a long time, what are your thoughts?
I do appreciate him actually taking care of his body.
Right.
His nutrition, his health, recovery, not drinking. That's always going to add value versus going out and getting hammered like the rest. So,
oops.
Yeah, big kudos to him. Sober October all year round.
Not everybody does it, Joe Rogan.
Guy wins the Open and he's like, I'm going to go home and call my mom.
Have a slice of pizza. I'm going to cheat today.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see, like, I know you've shared some videos of Bryson doing the slack line.
Yep.
So I think he is thinking about mobility and pliability and flexibility and balance and all these other things that like seem a little woo-woo for golf, but like it actually makes a big difference. We were out there earlier today and like one little balance adjustment was like a pretty big change for me out there, So I appreciate having the movement doctor on my side when I'm out at the driving range.
Team player.
Hey.
It comes in handy, You're a great guy, but that's also a very nice perk of having
just a quick adjustment.
Yeah, we like that.
So, boys, we're very fortunate because now we have a segment to splice in from Logan Morrison. Let's roll that right now.
Wow.
Boom.
Welcome to another edition of Making Bread on Lomo Spread. Do you like money? So do I. I didn't dress like this to lose. You want to win? Put Lomo's picks in. Here's my lock of the week. Patriots at home against the Broncos, 9.5. Lay that number all day long. They're going to cover. They're going to kill them. Slam Newton's going to be back and healthy, ready to go. It's 35-10 all day long. Breast cancer awareness. October. Save the tatas.
Thanks, Logan Morrison. Yes, I do like making money, so I think it would behoove our listeners to listen into his locks.
Big time.
And plus, it's always nice to have Lomo in the studio here on the green screen.
Got to make bread on that spread, baby.
Just a gentleman too,
Absolutely. So I think we can roll into the NFL this week, boys.
Who's your big game this week?
4:00 Jets coming into town for the Dolphins. And the Dolphins beat up on the 49ers last week, boys. So we might have a fun Sunday afternoon here in Florida.
Fitz magic.
In the words of Lomo, the 49ers last week looked like the 29ers. Okay.
It is very true.
That was
terrible. Terrible performance.
But I'm just going to say the Jets are way, way worse.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
unfortunately for all of my family and friends up in the Northeast, and probably some of yours too.
Oh, yeah, for
and
sure.
Gary V. Sorry about that.
It's been tough just growing up with the Jets, you know?
Yeah.
Never was I a fan, but they were always so close, and they were just so always wildly mediocre at their best, you know?
Actually, Rob's going to be pretty bitter about that. That's his team.
Oh, it is his team.
You know?
Sorry, Rob.
He'll get over it.
So what's it like growing up in the North? Because you got also Philly is like a play.
Oh, yeah. Eagles, who are insane fans.
Yeah.
Right? We know that.
But people in New York will cheer for Philly.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. There's, city of brotherly love stuff going on. So if I have a cousin in Philly, I am inherently I'm rooting for them.
Yeah.
Right. Then you have the Giants as well, right? Who are.
They've won Super Bowls in the last 20 years. They're a little more top of mind than the Joe Namath's Jets.
Right. And you think of that, at least they had, who's a really nice guy I met one time down in Miami, Jeremy Shockey, right?
Stud.
I mean, that guy should have been owned by a Middle Eastern sheik when he was playing, okay? Just a stud, okay? And that was when I actually rooted for that team.
Sure.
Right? Otherwise, you kind of just got made fun of. I found myself, always liking the Cowboys, but once we got into betting, it's hard to hold. It's hard to hold any allegiance, right?
Got the Buffalo Bills up there too.
Yeah, I mean, way up there.
And the thing with New York sports is they're not scared to let you know how they feel.
No,
I think we all know that about the Northeast is.
Well, I mean, if you were a loser for the past century, wouldn't you be bitter?
Oh, yeah.
Very valid point.
And if I was winning for the last century, I might rub it in just a little bit.
Exactly. Go a little north. Hi, New England. Have we met? Why do you think they're so happy in football season?
I will be excited for the Bucks Packers game though.
Good game.
Yep. We'll see. We'll see if Tammy does well.
Two legends on the field.
Yep. Aaron Rodgers, Tammy Brady.
Aaron Rodgers.
He just has to get him like 9 wins to get him into the dance. You know?
Yes.
Because like the NFL is just better when all these guys are there in the postseason.
Big time.
So, I mean, that's really it. Like what I look forward to are those like fall days where it's a little bit cooler. You can drink your whiskey and your beer and watch some guys throw around the pigskin.
Yeah, it was tough too, actually. And Mike, you can relate. Growing up, actually, you can't relate. It never really got cold,
Oh, I lived in like the Bay Area of California for a little while. It's cold up there.
Yeah, chilly, right? But
I saw some snow.
Wasn't it so different? Because I always saw football as like when it was snowing out, it was so cool. There's a turkey in the oven. You're coming home, mom's cooking. You're cold. The jacket's off. Down here.
You're sweating.
18. No, I mean, it turned into the drinking beer in the parking lot 6 hours before the game started because it's sunny, beautiful, and, we're in Florida,
Living in paradise, baby.
Florida men.
And speaking of living in Florida, I think I just have to say it's fantastic that I moved to South Florida, got to work with both of you guys on this Media Zone project because I'm having a fucking blast.
Dude.
This is so much fun, guys. So cheers to all of you. And I think we got right now what we get to do is throw it over to Sean Wilson's segment. So, Sean Wilson, what you got for us this week?
Let's see it, baby.
Hey, Internet. Sean Wilson here. Let's break down the implications of that crucial injury we saw on Sunday. Mr. Rain Dakota Prescott is currently playing under a 1-year franchise tag worth a fully guaranteed $31.4 million. The Cowboys reportedly offered Dak a 5-year, $175 million contract with $110 million guaranteed. But he preferred a 4-year deal so that he would become a free agent 1 year earlier, just after the new NFL TV broadcast contracts take effect, which will significantly boost team salary caps. The current TV contracts expire in 2022, and according to CNBC, the new deals could double the NFL's annual media rights revenue from roughly $7.5 billion to near $15 billion. So, was it a smart move? The skipper thinks so. I mean, look, the guy was 2016 Offensive Rookie of the Year. His completion percentage never dropped below 62.9% in a season, and he rose to a personal best 4,902 passing yards in 2019 when he also threw a career-high 30 touchdowns. Dak was on attack in 2020 as well. Prior to the injury, Dak led the NFL with 137 completions and 201 attempts for 1,690 yards. That's 68% accuracy. He also had 9 touchdowns with only 3 interceptions and a 102.6 passer rating. In September, the Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson inked a 4-year, $160 million deal. The Dallas Cowboys already offered Dak $175 million. And the young king himself, Sir Patrick, not Pat, Mahomes, just landed a 10-year deal with the Kansas City Chiefs near approximately $450 million. What will Dak's next deal look like? And will this injury negatively affect his negotiating stance? Well, team executive Stephen Jones told us on Monday, Prescott is our future. Back to you, boys.
You're the man, Sean.
Sean, you're a gentleman, as always.
Sean Wilson, when are you moving to Palm Beach?
Great question.
It is.
Let's talk baseball, boys.
Whew. Okay.
So right now we got the lowest salary out of any MLB team is our Tampa Bay Rays. You do not know who the manager of the team is, but that's okay.
Hey, I still don't know Logan Morrison, so I'm sorry, buddy. But it's amazing how every year they're like at the bottom or very close to it in terms of how much money they spend on talent.
Yep.
But still run a tight ship and get them there.
And right now they're winning the series 3-1 and tied up with the Astros 1-1 in their game right now. So they could pull it off.
And speaking of a past guest, I'm sure our boy Kevin Shackelford will be excited to see the Astros getting that ass whooped.
Big fan of the Astros, Kevin Shackelford.
Hard to like the Astros, right?
Yeah.
And that's how everybody feels about it. I mean, cheaters, it's...
Even their uniforms blow. Like, really, guys. Like, make up your minds.
It's still a little too soon for them.
Yeah.
And, of course, the guy wearing a fucking suit would be talking shit about uniforms today. I love it.
You see how I'm a very simple man. Okay. This is more for the people. Like I said, I mean, we have millions of eyes on us, Mike.
Simple sells.
I can't just show up here in a Rip Curl polo.
Hey, somebody's got to do it.
I don't own the show,
Hey.
I'm not that cool yet.
One day.
Or a Duvin golf polo.
That's a real thing.
He went there.
But I think Logan did call pretty close. I think I think he picked Dodgers over Braves, but I think Braves have turned it on since then.
Yeah, we'll see kind of who pulls it off. But again, they're playing in the bubble. I apologize. As Sean alluded to last week, there's actually going to be some fans there.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow. So you can go have a friggin' steamed hot dog.
Yeah, clearly you didn't listen to his segment, Mike.
I guess I didn't. Sorry, Sean. Or maybe I just had one too many of these IPAs.
God bless you.
It is Friday here in Media Zone, isn't it?
Always.
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely.
What kind of stats you got for us?
Stats.
Stories?
We were talking Braves.
Yeah.
I know. I know one thing, and I only have one thing to say to you about the Atlanta Braves. Greg Maddux. Okay. Just a stud. I mean, I saw this stat this weekend. This guy, he walks 5 batters, in the Braves game. Greg Maddux walked 20 batters in all of 97 when they took the championship down. And that guy was pitching, well, they didn't have these regulations now. Back in the 90s, they didn't.
No pinch count.
They don't care.
Yeah.
But Greg was just so well, kind of like how you keep your players so healthy. Greg had an 86 mile an hour fastball. That's how you stay in the league for 40 years. Like literally, I mean, a 62 mile an hour changeup. You're not heaving off, throwing 100. What do you need that for?
Not sustainable.
It's not sustainable. It's like
they play a lot of baseball games. Like
they play a lot of ball.
Like that's a lot of games to only walk that many people.
And he doesn't throw a lot of pitches. He didn't need to.
Yeah. Get the job done.
You throw the ball to kind of play a joke on the guy, like, yeah, you're gonna hit it. It's not gonna go very far, and I'm gonna make you hit it to one of my guys in the field. That Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones. Come on, it's like
playing defense out there.
It's kids playing against men. It looked like.
Sure. Well, dude, thank you for the throwback, bro. I feel like
I'm a big Braves fan
So,
myself
like, with my-
back in the day, so I'm all right with that.
I got the last name of Jones, bro. So like I was like always in Chipper's corner,
I mean, he was, like I said, I was a Yankee fan at the time.
Sure.
And we, I remember David Cohn pitching against them and getting worked. I mean, we had Paul O'Neill at the time, all those old school guys. Jeter was just like in his prime. So when Chipper would come, it was like you wanted to hate him, but he was just he was such a gentleman, like, helping the guys up, and that guy could play.
All-American dude.
He should have also been in that Middle Eastern chic stable, with air conditioning.
Yes.
Being groomed every night.
Oh,
What a stud.
bless.
A stud.
Boys,
Well,
on that
cheers
note,
to another episode of the Sport Folio Show.
hey,
Big time.
to me.
To you.
To all of us.